everybody, this is 57th Street subway station where you can get the M train. And today we're going to be doing a full walking tour of 6th Avenue, or New York City's Avenue of the Americas. We'll go all the way to the northernmost side of the train station. This used to be the F train, but the city has since rerouted the subways. So 57th Street is now the last stop on the M train line. So we're going to be exiting on the 57th Street and 6th Avenue exit. And we're going to be quite literally at the very beginning of Central Park. You'll be able to see Central Park South and some iconic buildings such as the Ritz-Carlton. In the distance, that's the very beginning of Central Park. New York City Central Park runs from 59th Street, Central Park South, all the way to 110th Street, Cathedral Parkway. We're on 6th Avenue now. Again, we're going to be headed downtown, walking the entire distance of 6th down to Herald Square, 34th Street. This is 57th Street and 6th, New York City's Billionaires Row. Actually cross the street just so there's not a lot of scaffolding. So we're on 6th Avenue and we're looking over towards the east side of Manhattan. The big black building in the distance is Trump Tower, with the very iconic 432 Park Avenue right behind it. About to come up on the Flagship Hilton Hotel, and they've closed this during the pandemic. They've done complete renovations. The lobby is beautiful. There's a new bar in there. It's a really nice place to stay if you're thinking about visiting New York City. It's on the corner of West 54th Street and 6th Avenue, or Avenue of the Americas. This is one of the flagship locations, and it sits adjacent to the iconic Warwick Hotel. One of the good things about being in Midtown Manhattan, particularly on 6th Avenue, is you're very centrally located to pretty much everything. You have all of the major transit hubs, train lines. You're close to a lot of the banking infrastructure in New York. So as we walk down 6th Avenue, you're going to see a lot of investment banks, hedge funds, and the like. Once again, the building just to your right is the Warwick Hotel. And then this building right here is the skinniest residential apartment building in the entire world. That is Steinway Tower. The address is 111 West 57th Street. This is West 53rd Street
Literally only 100.
and 6th. If we were to make a right, or a left, excuse me, that will bring you to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, a very famous museum in New York, as well as 53 West 53rd Street, which, although it is not technically on New York City's Billionaires Row, it is a Billionaires Row-esque style building, also nicknamed MoMA Tower. Many of the units have sweeping views of Central Park and all of Midtown Manhattan. Once again, the building's name is 53 West 53rd Street, and it sits right next to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. If you want to come here, 53rd Street and 6th Avenue. Corner of West 52nd Street and 6th Avenue. Just to our left is a very famous asset manager, Neuberger Berman, that sits at 1290 Avenue of the Americas. This is their main lobby. And right across the street, you have UBS. just about to enter one of New York City's most desirable and iconic tourist locations. We're coming up on Radio City Music Hall. This is a theater that is very famous, particularly during the holidays, where you can see the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular at Radio City Music Hall. Highly recommended. And it's located on the corner of West 50th Street and 6th Avenue. We're going to cross the street westbound so we can check out the facade of Radio City from a distance. And it is a Friday tonight, so you're going to see a lot of tourist activity, a lot of people coming into the city for dinners, shows. And today is March 1st of 2024. Now in this shot you can see the iconic Radio City Music Hall, as well as the famous 30 Rockefeller Center. This building is home to the Top of the Rock, the most famous, I should say one of the most famous observation decks in New York City. If you want to come here for yourself, it's on the corner of West 50th Street and 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. In between West 49th and West 50th Streets on 6th Avenue. I'll give you all one really good restaurant recommendation. It sits right here in 1221 Avenue of the Americas. It's a really good steakhouse and it's called Del Friscos. This is a great place to take clients, friends, family, any special occasion. You can't really go wrong with Del Friscos. Once again, it is 1221 Avenue of the Americas. The dining room is quite nice. There's 2 stories. You could sit on the ground floor or you could sit up in the balcony. And as you're dining, you have unbelievable views of all of Radio City Music Hall and Rockefeller Center. And the city just recently did a complete renovation here. You have a brand new subway entrance, brand new outdoor seating. You have beautiful landscaping. This is all brand new. This is the News Corporation building. We'll talk about this in just a moment. But first, I'd like to direct your attention to the building in the middle that is not yet complete. That is 270 Park Avenue. That is the newly constructed Class A office tower in New York City. That is going to be home to JP Morgan Chase. And it should be completed later in 2025. Since we have the light, we'll cross the street. We are now approaching West 47th Street. This is home to News Corporation. News Corp, they own Fox News, they own the Wall Street Journal, as well as Barron's. And just recently, they've acquired a company that is called Investors Business Daily. So everything sits right here in 1211 Avenue of the Americas. Now, Investors Business Daily was founded by William J. O'Neill, arguably one of the greatest position-size traders of all time on Wall Street. He created Investors Business Daily as well as O'Neill Securities and Company, and he sold his business to News Corporation for $250 million. And unfortunately, last year he did pass away. So if you want to visit News Corporation yourself, it's right on the corner of West 47th Street and 6th Avenue. And it just so happens to be the very start of New York City's Diamond District. A little bit of a tip, you can always tell when you've just entered the Diamond District due to those 2 lampposts that are shaped like diamonds. You could also get the B, D, F, and M trains. This is West 46th Street. This is 1166 Avenue of the Americas. This is the headquarters for Marsh McLennan, as well as the office for D.E. Shaw, which is a quantitative hedge fund on Wall Street. It's actually the firm where Jeff Bezos started to work right when he graduated college. Coming up on Bank of America Tower. This is the New York City headquarters of Bank of America. The CEO of Bank of America is Brian Moynihan, and their tower sits on the corner of West 42nd Street and 6th Avenue, which just so happens to be right across the street from New York City's Bryant Park. So you can see the tower is absolutely massive. You have Bank of America Tower, you have the H&M building, and the blue building all the way in the distance, that is Salesforce Tower, the large enterprise software company. CEO is Mark Benioff. If you walk on the westernmost side of 6th, you'll be able to see some of the most incredible views of the Empire State Building. This is the main lobby for Bank of America. And then directly in front of us right here is Salesforce Tower. This is 42nd Street and 6th. And if we make a right, that'll take us directly into Times Square. See One Times Square, that's where they have the ball that drops on New Year's Eve. Right here, One Times Square, right off 42nd Street and 6th. here's a look at Salesforce headquarters. And directly across the street is New York City's Bryant Park, which also includes the New York Public Library, the very famous Stephen Schwarzman building. And Stephen Schwarzman has donated a lot of money to the New York City education system and the New York City Public Library. Stephen Schwarzman is the CEO and founder of Blackstone, a private equity giant on Wall Street, where he made the majority of his money in private equity, doing leveraged buyout deals. We're coming up on West 40th, which is the Bank of China. West 39th Street and 6th, we have the Marriott Residence Inn. Coming up on Herald Square, which is 34th Street, which is also home to the very famous Macy's at Herald Square. And Macy's sponsors the Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York. That runs all the way down the west side of Central Park, down Central Park South, and then makes a right on 6th Avenue. This neighborhood has a lot of good Korean restaurants as well. On 36th Street, just off of 6th Avenue, there's a really, really good Korean restaurant called Hanbat, Hanbat. So if you see where the Taco Bell is, or excuse me, it's 35th Street. So 35th Street, just off of 6th Avenue, It's a very good Korean restaurant called Hanbat. However, Koreatown is actually on 32nd Street, Korea Way. That's very famous for its Korean barbecue, Korean karaoke, and all types of amazing cuisine and events. Now made it to 34th Street, Herald Square. We are right outside of the very iconic Macy's. This is the largest department store in the world. If you make a right on West 34th Street and go all the way to 7th Avenue, you're gonna run into Penn Station. And Penn Station has gone under significant renovations over the years, particularly with the brand new Penn 2 project that's put on by Vornado. A better view of Macy's right here. West 34th Street and 6th. Now this is a big fork in the road here. You could either go up Broadway, that'll take you directly into Times Square, or you can continue up 6th Avenue. That'll run you past Radio City Music Hall and into New York City's Central Park. So just know that if you're right on this corner, you can either veer to the left and go to Broadway, or you can stay on 6th and head up towards Central Park. Now 32nd Street and 6th. This is the very beginning of New York City's Koreatown. If you make this left and continue to walk all the way down, this is really the main drag here, I should say, between 6th Avenue and 5th Avenue. On 32nd Street is where the majority of the Korean restaurants are, the nightlife, the K barbecue spots. It's one of the best places in New York City. It's a little bit cloudy today, but if you look all the way in the distance, you'll be able to see the World Trade Center. That's all the way down in Lower Manhattan. Also nicknamed the Freedom Tower. That stands 1,776 feet tall. You could also get the PATH train out to New Jersey. This is the 33rd Street PATH train stop. And this will take you across, or I should say under, the Hudson River to New Jersey. That concludes our walking tour from 57th Street, 6th Avenue, all the way down to 30th Street in New York City. I'll see you all in the next one. Subscribe for more narrated walking tours of New York City.